This topic is actually Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish.
They've been abusing kids sexually.
What? Alright, so you can go ahead and explain what you know, and I'm about to.
Alright, so apparently they're going. It's very vague as to what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they're saying like Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears like had them in a house where they were sexually abusing. It was a female, and I guess they were trying to what do you call it? It was the little boy was 9.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call that shit when you raise them?
Stockholm?
Nah.
I don't know something.
What's the shit? What do you call it? It's not training.
Oh, this was TMZ. You know they always first. So this actually happened 3 hours ago.
Groom.
Oh.
They said little boy groom.
Look, see?
Little boy groom.
Technology.
Anyway, they're saying that the little 9-year-old was being groomed. They said they were sexually abusing the girl. She was a little bit older and shit. Now, I think that.
Wait. Okay, I got it right here. Let me fill in that little details since that popped up too. It says groomed a 14-year-old girl, and her 7-year-old brother, coercing them. I cannot say this word.
Coerce.
Them to film explicit skits. This according to a new lawsuit. Okay. But Tiffany's legal team is calling it nothing but a shakedown, years in the making. Okay. So there's your groom part. What?
I'm more shocked about the two people that they got involved in it. Like, how the fuck did Ari Spears and Tiffany had, like, were they friends? Like, I've never heard them two being around each other or being together, no shit like that.
Yeah, because that's why when you said it, you said Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish, and I'm immediately in my head as you're talking, I'm thinking, oh, they about to have a movie out or about to appear or something, and then you said they had child sexual abuse charges. So I'm actually just really being like updated because this happened 3 years ago. Because when you talk, or 3 years ago, 3 hours ago. So that was like me on my way to come here and film. So this is like all just, I'm still trying to process the fact that, what? That's crazy.
Why is that crazy? Like,
because one, like you said, this is facts. But one, I think was like still trying to put these two in the same room together. This is Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish.
I mean, those, like, I don't know, man. It's just, those are two weird people to just put together and have like a sex thing going.
Like, but you just don't look at them and.
Yeah, I mean,
but you never know.
It's been so much shit about people in Hollywood and shit that they be doing and shit that never came out. But
that's so true.
Like, at a certain point, you be like,
that is so true.
Start rounding us up.
That's so true. That, but shit, man. At least I can still be shocked by something just because of what you just said. Like, I'm still, damn.
I'm still waiting for them to come out with a documentary about that shit. They said they went to that party. They was like, it was some people, some famous people in there doing some shit that they was like, they left and they was like, hey, how did y'all feel about it? I'm like, shit, drop some names, nigga. Don't do this to us. I need to know. Like, what's going on? Like, who was in there? Who was in? What was it? A rapper? Was it Professor Ogilvy? Like, who was in there? I'm pretty sure Professor Ogilvy probably came out the closet. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm interested. Like, tell me what y'all saw. Share with me those stories. Sometimes you want to know this crazy shit. But leave it to Wu-Tang and be like, oh yeah, we ain't about to out nobody. Go out them. Out them, goddammit. This is shit I want to know.
I mean, for some, it's like, it's how far do you go before Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself? But while you were saying that, I was kind of brushing up like a little bit more on the case. This says it was a lawsuit obtained by TMZ, of course. They must pay people like a lot of money to send them this information over because they got shit first, like a motherfucker. Again, we're filming out at what time is it? Wow. You see the time and the date? That's crazy. This is actually 9:11 p.m. on 9/1. Wow, weird.
I'm saying that tomorrow.
That's crazy. 9/11 on 9/1 is actually the time of day. But okay, this is in a lawsuit obtained by TMZ. The older sister says that when she was just 14, Haddish gained her trust and convinced her to film sexually suggestive videos with Haddish teaching her how to mimic fellatio for the skit. Oh my god, the allegations get even more disturbing. Which is, again, I'm glad I can still be shot. In the suit, she claims her younger brother was only 7 when Haddish brought him to a home where Spears, again, this is about Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, molested him while filming a Funny or Die video titled Through a Pedophile's Eyes.
I'm not surprised.
You know, I can still be surprised by shit.
Here's my thing. I remember maybe a year and a half ago, I was watching videos of Jaguar Wright just talking about different shit that went on in the industry. And she was just name dropping and different things was happening. And people was like, nah, she probably lying. I'm thinking to myself, like, this shit is bad because it's coming from people that are stars and have hit songs and shit. But I'm like, in everyday life, it's probably not, it wouldn't even be that big of news. But because he's naming, oh, well, this person did this, oh, that person did that, oh, you know, the molestation of she said Kevin Campbell was molested as a younger child, and like that's why he ended up becoming, you know, the way he was. This was, you know, Kevin just came out. He just came out the closet. But
I'm not. Go ahead.
But the thing is, she had been talking about all these different things, and people were like, oh no, she's lying about this, she's lying about that. And even when it came to them asking about, they said something, she said something about R. Kelly, and she was like, he's not the only, she was like, that's not the only R. Kelly. She was like, in this industry, she was like, that is not the only R. She was like, trust me, she was like, whatever y'all have on him, she was like, trust me, it's a couple more that y'all probably gonna find out about.
Oh
like,
yeah, there's all
whenever that thing came up, she was like, but y'all gonna find, she named different things, like, she was like the girls from 3OW and who they messed with when they were underage, and the rappers they messed with that was in their 20s. But when it comes to doing stuff like this, it's not a surprise to me, because everybody talks about shit that goes on in California and Hollywood and you know, the elites and what happened with these parties, and it's just after a point, man, everybody can't have a fucking story and just be lying. Like down to fucking Joe Budden saying he went to a fucking office and the one record exec came into the room with a robe on. He was like, I got the fuck up out of here. I can't remember who it was, but it's I want to say L.A. Reid, it wasn't L.A. Reid, but I do think he did say it was L.A. Reid.
I vaguely remember.
But
that
like
story because of the road part.
Yeah, and I was like, nigga, that would be some weird. I was like, I don't think I would rap no more.
And luckily, he's of age and of who he is as a person to make that decision. Because when you were saying, you know, everybody can't be lying, like we see what happens to so many child stars and how they
fucked up. Because just every time somebody come out, they lying.
Fucked up.
Raz B, Chris Stokes ain't never like, well, Marion ain't said he was touched, so you must be lying, Raz. And I'm like, they have videos of shit of Raz looking like he's fucking terrified when they saying Chris Stokes is coming. It's a video of Chris Stokes on the phone like, well, I'm not like that no more.
More than one person accusing him of something too.
Yeah. Yeah. But people let it all Raz mind, that ain't happening. I'm like, no, I'm like, everybody can't be fucking lying about the way shit's happening over there in California with these elites like that.
Orlando Bloom be lying?
Who?
What is it? Not Orlando Bloom. What's the dude? Did that go Raven?
Oh, Orlando Brown.
Brown. I said Bloom.
Yeah.
Orlando Brown.
What about him?
Yeah. You feel like he's lied on the things he said about what happened to him growing up, being a childhood?
I don't think so.
Childhood star.
I don't think so. I think he's, you know, the thing is they keep interviewing him and asking him questions about certain shit, and he talks about it, and it seems crazy because it's coming from him. But has he ever said anything too much far off than some shit that we've already heard about that person? Like, he mentioned Bow Wow. We've heard about Bow Wow. He's mentioned Diddy. We've heard plenty of shit about Diddy.
I felt like that's where that comparison came up with Bow Wow and Lil Mama. That might have been one of the reasons. But I think, like you said, the whole viewed as being crazy. I mean, even if he said it sanely, would people listen to him if he put that information out differently? Or there's that second part of that question I always forget. Or is he one of the messed up child stars, and this is how he delivers his information?
Messed up child star.
But he's telling the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, because you get messed up, and the thing is, that's how you get messed up, is because you have people that's putting you into these situations, and a lot of times it's a parent that is fully aware of what goes on, what's going to happen. Yeah. They put their child into that situation, and then the child becomes messed up. Yeah. And when the child is trying to explain to you, like, hey, growing up, this is what happened, and this is how certain things work, you be like, that didn't happen. I mean, that person wasn't like that. That's just how we are as a people. Like, we look at people, anybody that's on TV or radio or something like that, we put them on such a pedestal that we feel like they can't do normal shit. They can't do wrong shit. They can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen people that's famous and have millions of dollars commit murder. They fucking murderers. Yeah. And they do normal shit. It's
only so much that money can buy you. I think now I guess we're kind of lucky to be in that era where he can just post a video to Instagram and then it can go viral, and then no one can stop the information being come out, because somebody like, I can't think of her real name, but the girl that played Shirley Temple, I think like her story just had recently come out of what she dealt with, just being a childhood star. But back then she couldn't just hop on social media and say,
she might have been one of them.
What happened to me?
I remember Jaguar Wright had mentioned one of them older celebrities, white celebrities, and they was talking about how she was passed around. They was passing her around at a young age. You like, that girl could have been more than 11 or 12, and they talk about how they just passed her around.
Yeah. And the kind of trouble they would get in if they like said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if like the rules were the same for. Well, I know I'm pretty sure that the rules were not the same for like the hours they worked, and like definitely not the hours they worked. But the treatment that they got, like, I don't know if like the parent had to even be on set with them back then. I can't remember if that works the same way. Because now kids can't work, but so many hours. That's to go home. They get them fuck out of there. So yeah, that's just, man, it's unfortunate. Yeah, we got so far into this based off of this Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish, because it goes there. It does, because you see what is the outcome of going from child of this happening to becoming older. And I think we went into like the acting portion of it because of who's being accused of this. Because again, allegations. This is a lawsuit filed by, I believe it said, the sister that was 14 at the time, if I'm not mistaken. And so yeah, she was 14 at the time, and her brother was 7. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things that's probably got passed down as far as being one of the elites in Hollywood, and that shit just gets like the elites is always older white men or older Jewish guys, and shit's always going on and shit's happening. And just like anything else, you do something that's wrong and you're outside that circle, you're going down. It's like a movie. It's like once you're outside that little circle that they have, they be like, hey, you going down. Just like Epstein, whatever happened, whatever Epstein did that was wrong, he did something wrong, or he went, you know what I'm saying? And once you get into it, it's like, they say, like, don't get in bed with the devil. Like, that's kind of like what they talking about when you start doing shit like what Epstein was doing, and there's no way to get out of that. Like, you can't be like, man, what the fuck are we doing? We just got just a fucking island of underage. Like, you can't have that conscience all of a sudden to be like, I don't want to do it no more. Nigga, you're going down. You go get arrested, and you're gonna commit suicide in your fucking cell. Because people was like, he can't go out with that information. Whoever he was going out, and it was probably just like a movie. He had that book, and he was like, all right, here's the information that y'all want to know. And somebody was like, oh, Judge such and such is on this list. And somebody was like, hey, you know, Judge, your name on this list, you and your wife. And the dude that called him was probably doing the same shit. He just ain't made the Epstein's Island yet. So he probably was like calling him. He was like, hey, you gotta make a couple phone calls, but that list can't go out. Or either somebody was on there and they were like, hey, you know, your name is on that list. They was like, hey, that name, they can't go out. It might have been a president, former president. There was somebody that had some power, and they was like, get him up out of here. It was too many names on there. Get him up out of here.
It's levels to how that goes. The Clinton administration, you think he was the only one? You could probably. How many presidents have we? What number are we on? 46.
Yeah, 46.
Yeah, you could probably say 46 out of 46.
Yeah, everybody's got some. Once you get to a certain
Wait,
level,
you said Obama?
No, I said once you get to a certain level.
I said 46 out of 46. That's all of them.
Yeah.
So Obama would be
because you get to a certain
46.
Because once you get to a certain level, it's like you're gonna do something. You're not just about to be out here innocent. Like somebody will come to you and be like, "Look, 80 million, we need this passed." You gonna be like, I can't. I just have a contract. They'll be like, dude, this is what everybody does. They take the money and then just sign the shit. And they be like, oh, okay, you take the money and shit. Like that's just business. It's politics. Even if you say Barack Obama, he's black, but that don't mean like he's gonna be like, I don't hold justice and I'm not gonna sit back and accept this dirty money. Hell no.
Okay.
He took that dirty money like everybody else took dirty money.
You saying for the money, but not any sexual allegations. I was saying 46 out of 46.
As far as sexual,
because I was going off of what happened with Clinton.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So you misunderstood.
Okay. Well, even
so
that,
you want to say 45 out of
even with the sexual allegation shit, you know, you just got to remember. Most men in power have that thing where they're gonna step outside a mirror. Either their wife's gonna know, and they have that open marriage where the wife is just like, nigga, as long as I'm able to go and shop at Gucci every day, nigga, and do what the fuck I want to do, and I got a little thing on the side, do you? It looks better if we marry, motherfucker. It works out. Look at our house. Look at our cars.
If you don't have a problem with it,
look, even years after, we know just how much Marilyn Monroe got inside the Kennedys. And we talking about from president to his brother. Like, we know these are fucking facts. So if we know that that happened, and that was one female went from the president to his brother, like, and they said they even had like a entrance for her. Like
she's idolized still to this day. Like, you can walk into a store right now, like it'd probably be like Hot Topic or Journeys or something like that, and buy a Marilyn Monroe shirt.
Because most females.
And that was how many decades ago?
Most females want to be that though. They want to be that free. No matter what happens, like females want to be able to go out and do what the fuck they want to do without people being able to judge them. So when they see a female that has the courage to do that,
at that point of not being able to take that anymore, though.
I mean, shit.
That's the careful what you wish for side of that. Like, you gotta be careful with that. But just to go ahead and end out where this topic started, because we got 10 minutes left. So what I had brought up that I wonder what the outcome of this was, because we were getting into like the childhood actors and what they go through, that when we see them become adults. It says both siblings say they have developed social disorders. And the brother claims he is so afraid of being watched or recorded, he places band-aids over all the cameras on his electronic. There's an outcome. I thought I saw how old they are now to know how long ago this took place, because I think they're like adults now. So I don't know exactly how long ago this was. Again, this was just with Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish. Child sexual allegations.
What they were. Because the little boy was 7, that means that would have to be at least, what, 11 years ago?
I mean, I'm just going off of how it's being put, what they've developed. Because I saw, here it is. In their suit, the sister said that her resulting from trauma has prevented her from dating. So I was just picturing her older. Again, this was like 3 or 4 hours ago now. I'm not even sure if they're like, I don't know if like their current age was even said. And I'm kind of, no wait, that's not it. Oh wait, maybe this is, it was uploaded to the site. Okay, wait, there is an update that happened at 4:05, so maybe this will answer a question. I don't know, I might just need to refresh the page. Despite what the lawsuit claims, Funny or Die says they had no involvement in creating the video. Oh, the video that they were saying that the kids were in. The video is absolutely disgusting and would never produce such content. I guess basically we put the video out. It was uploaded to the site. A user generated content and was removed in 2018 after becoming aware of its existence. So that's when I guess. So basically, I guess somebody knew something in 2018 because they said they took the video down in 2018. Or am I tripping?
I was thinking.
Did I read that right?
I was thinking that like maybe they're just allegations that it wasn't going to be a real video, but if they got a video.
Right, but that says in 2018.
We're just video down.
Right, we're hearing about this now because of the siblings filing their lawsuit. Why you take the video down in 2018? Let me refresh the page and see if there's an answer to that question, because I'm like, wait, I know but or at least I had edibles, so I'm like, I know
and you gotta remember this too. When shit like this happens, it always depends on who the fuck it is, because some shit like this could have happened and somebody could have printed it and somebody just been like, you know what I'm saying, like they just wrote it off or they didn't go viral, shit like that, depending on who the stars is. But sometimes, some shit come back up and it just come back up a wrong way.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like if you took it out in 2018,